Hi, I'm Ellie, and I've got an unbelievable story for you with mystery, suspense, and backstabbing betrayal. But before I continue, please like and subscribe. I'm an only child, and I live with my mom, who is an amazing pizza chef. She has her own cookbook and a popular YouTube channel, and when I was 6, she started a pizzeria with her best friend. The two were inseparable, and Mom's friend also had a daughter my age named Gia. Gia and I couldn't be more opposite. I was shy and quiet, and she was weird and loud, but she was my ride-or-die friend. One time in 3rd grade, I spilled chocolate ice cream on my shirt, and this mean boy in the neighborhood called me Poop Girl.
Hey, you big jerk, pick on someone your own size.
The boy looked at Gia and couldn't stop laughing.
You pint-sized twerp? I'll smash you like a bug!
Then Gia whistled, and a giant stray dog appeared out of nowhere.
Attack, Fluffy, attack!
The dog chased the mean boy down the street, and he never messed with me again. Gia was always there right beside me, for better or for worse, but sometimes she could be a bit much. Since we were little, Gia was different. While I played with Barbies, she played with bugs, which totally creeped everyone out. On our first day of middle school, I wanted to make a good impression, so I spent hours getting ready. But on our ride there, Gia pulled out a huge jar of cockroaches.
Look, Ellie, my little babies are so excited. I think they'll love math class.
Maybe you should leave your bugs at home.
No way! What are they supposed to do? Crawl around in the mud all day?
Isn't that what stupid bugs do?
Don't be rude. Apologize to my babies now.
And just as I expected, all the kids thought Gia was a freak, and our first day was a total disaster.
Ew, gross! She has a cockroach on her shoulder!
Actually, I have 10. Wanna see?
Gia, don't! But of course, Gia didn't listen. She pulled her jar of bugs out of her backpack. I tried to snatch it from her, but it slipped out of my hand and shattered on the floor. Kids started screaming. The bugs scattered everywhere. One jumped on my nose, a few got caught in a cheerleader's hair, and a big one crawled down our math teacher's pants. Gia and I were sent straight to the principal's office and suspended for a week. All the cool kids avoided us after that. As we got older and reached high school, things didn't change much. The bugs stopped making public appearances, but Gia was still odd. She spent most of her time in the science lab working on secret projects, which I thought was cool, but frankly didn't help her social life.
Sniff this, Ellie.
Yuck, it smells like feet.
But how does it make you feel? Do you wanna climb a mountain or run a marathon?
No, I want you to get out of my face. Guess it needs work. Gia always spoke her mind, and sometimes it was so cringe. She had no filter. Like this one time, I went shopping with Rachel and her squad, the ultimate popular girls at our school, and I was getting along with them great. But then, Gia appeared just as Rachel had tried on this pink dress and was modeling it for us. Isn't this perf for the homecoming dance? I look stunning.
Not to be a buzzkill, but you kinda resemble Peppa Pig. Oink oink.
Seriously, Gia?
I was just being honest. Is it just me, or does anyone else suddenly have a taste for bacon?
Ellie, we have to go. Your weird friend is freaking us out. Rachel and her friends couldn't leave fast enough. What's wrong with you? Why did you say that?
Forget about Rachel. She's lame, and her perfume stinks. Come on, let's go down to the pizzeria and say hi to our moms.
As much as Gia drove me nuts, I couldn't stay mad at her. She made me laugh, helped me with all my homework, and when our moms were busy working late, Gia always came over to keep me company. She was like an annoying sister. The first day after the shopping disaster, my first period teacher had an announcement.
Class, we have a new student. This is Billy Fiss. He just transferred here. Make him feel welcomed.
He took the empty desk next to mine. Hi, I'm Ellie. If you need to know where your next class is or anything at all, just ask.
Thanks, Ellie. I'll be sure to.
I did end up showing Billy where his next class was, and we hit it off. After school, we had lunch at Mom's Pizzeria and talked for hours. He was super interested in everything about the school and my life. I felt so special with all the attention he was giving me. I told him all about myself, my mom, the pizzeria, and of course about Gia.
I know this is really fast, but I saw the posters for the dance this weekend. Do you want to go with me?
Would I? I was low-key freaking out, but I kept it chill. Well, I was going to go with a group of friends, but I guess I can change my plans. Billy picked me up for the dance in this fancy car that probably cost more than my house. He was dressed like $1,000,000. Then he gave me a corsage and a really expensive diamond necklace. I was so shocked, I was speechless.
Sorry, is the necklace too much? You don't have to wear it if you don't want to. It's just that when I saw it, I thought of you.
Hey guys, you think you can give me a ride to the dance? My bike's busted. I lost my bus pass, and my date, the love of my life, just broke up with me.
Gia pretended to cry, and my blood boiled. Gia didn't even have a boyfriend. Just as I was about to snap, Billy said the sweetest thing.
Forget about him, Gia. I don't know you, but if you're anything like Ellie, then you must be extra special. And you deserve much better than that jerk. Of course you can ride with us.
Aside from Gia being a third wheel, the dance was pretty awesome. Billy was a dancing superstar. After that, Billy and I hung out all the time. We'd stroll in the park, go out for dinner, cute couple stuff. He was the perfect boyfriend, and his father was so nice. They even came to eat at the pizzeria. Billy's dad took one bite of my mom's pizza, and he was so impressed that he wanted to invest in the business.
I tell you, this place really has potential, and I think I can make it a huge success. We can take this pizzeria worldwide. By the time we're finished, you'll be millionaires.
Millionaires?
No way, you're joking.
I'd never joke about a thing like that.
Then Billy's dad dropped a wad of cash on the table, then left his business card.
Call me in the morning, and we can talk business.
After Billy and his dad left, me, Gia, and our moms were so excited we danced around the store like maniacs. That night, I dreamed about being a millionaire and traveling to tropical islands with Billy on my yacht. The next few weeks were a blur. Billy's dad brought in these fancy accountants and lawyers to help my mom and Gia's mom with their business plan. I even started helping out at the pizzeria after school so I could do my part. Gia, on the other hand, was named president of the science club, so she wasn't around much. To be honest, it was nice getting a break from all her silly antics. With working after school and all my homework, I didn't get to see much of Billy either. He sent me sweet texts all the time, but I missed hanging out with him. Then one day, I was passing by the science lab and I heard Billy laughing. I went inside and found him sitting with Gia. They were doing some kind of experiment with this green goo that exploded everywhere. They were laughing uncontrollably and having the greatest time. Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Elle, why didn't you tell me that Gia was so awesome?
Billy went on and on about Gia's stupid science experiment. I barely understood a word he said. I sat down and tried to help, but they totally ignored me. I felt like an idiot, and seeing them together made me jealous. I stormed off, and they didn't even notice that I'd left. A few days later, things got even worse. I texted Billy to see if he wanted to come over and watch MSA videos, but he said he was too busy to hang out tonight.
Sorry, babe. I've got a ton of homework and I'm really tired. Maybe we can hang out next week.
I told Billy that I understood and wished him a good night. It was nice out, so I decided to take a walk and get a chocolate sundae at my favorite ice cream shop. But I stopped short in shock when I looked through the window. Gia and Billy were sitting in a booth, sharing a banana split and laughing like a pair of hyenas. Hot rage coursed through my veins as I marched toward the door, but just as I was about to open it, I got a call from my mom. She was with Gia's mom at the pizzeria, and she was in tears. Mom, what's wrong? Before she could answer, the phone disconnected. I raced to the pizzeria, and what I saw next blew my mind. The sign on the pizzeria had changed to Fitz Pizza, and these huge, scary men were shoving all our things into a huge trash compactor. Gia's mom was trying to make the men stop, while my mom sat on the curb crying like a baby. What happened here?
We lost our business. Billy's dad took everything.
How could this happen?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. We can't even afford to hire a lawyer to fight back. All our bank accounts are empty. We're ruined. Our lives are over.
The police showed up and arrested Gia's mom for punching one of the men in the face.
Get your hands off me. This isn't fair. It's not right.
Then, Mom fainted. I called an ambulance to take her to the hospital. The doctor said she'd be okay, but they had to keep her a few days for observation. I was devastated. I couldn't believe that Billy's dad was behind this. I called and texted Billy. There had to be some explanation, but Billy didn't answer. I even went to his house, but no one was home. Mom was right. We were ruined. I was so exhausted that I went home to get some sleep. But guess who I found waiting for me on my front porch? That backstabbing witch, Gia. That rage that coursed through my veins before, well, now it was 20 times stronger. I raced toward Gia like an angry bull and tackled her to the ground. You evil witch! I tried to punch Gia, but she grabbed my arms. Ellie, you have to calm down. There's something I need to show you. It's about Billy. I've already seen enough. I knew you were weird, but I never thought you were evil. I saw you with him at the ice cream shop. Oh, that? It was all part of my plan. What plan? To save the pizzeria. Gia led me to her house and into the basement. Take a look. I caught a toad. Billy was tied up to a chair and gagged. He had green slime all over his face, and he smelled like a gym sock. Gia, what the heck? Listen up. I'm sorry for hurting your feelings with Billy, but you need to know why I did it. When Billy started hanging out with you, I started following you two, and then him. You did what? Shut up and listen. Billy's dad is in the mafia and needed a front to hide his shady deals and launder his dirty money. That's where our moms in the pizzeria
pizzeria comes in. He thought snagging the business was the way to go, and the whole thing was totally Billy's idea. That's why Billy was hanging out with me? I feel so stupid. Don't, Ellie. Smooth talking runs in that family. Billy's dad tricked our moms into signing over their business. Too bad for Billy and his dad that I'm not so easily played. I recorded them talking about their scheme for weeks, and I even convinced Billy to confess. How did you get him to spill? First, I poured my truth serum all over his head, but that didn't work. It just stunk up the place. I really should open a window, huh? Gia, stay focused! Oh yeah, so since the serum was a dud, I asked my friends for a little help. Gia pointed to a tank full of giant winged cockroaches. Billy started to struggle and yelled through his gag. You should have seen Mr. Tough Guy crumble. Gia sent Billy's taped confession and the rest of the evidence she found to the police. Billy and his dad had been scheming small businesses for years, but no one could ever prove it until now. The police arrested Billy and his dad. The movers dropped the charges on Gia's mom. Our moms got the pizzeria and all their money back, and things went back to normal. Well, kind of. After the news got out that Gia and I took down a mob boss, our popularity at school went through the roof, and the pizzeria became busier than ever. My friendship with Gia grew as strong as an ox, and eventually, I didn't mind her eight-legged friends. But one thing was clear. With Gia around, my life would always be an adventure, and that was fine with me.